What's going on, everyone? I hope everyone is having a great morning, day, evening, whatever time zone you're in right now, whichever part of the world you're in right now. I hope it's a good one. I really do, because I know there's a lot of stuff that's happening out in this world right now. Well, it's been happening out in this world since, I guess, inception of time. Today is day, I believe that today is day 22 on my Let's Be Candid series right now, where I'm just speaking about, relationships and, different protocols, different things that have helped me, different hot topics that are happening out in this world and throughout relationships, things that I hear, with people who reach out to me, or things that I may see out in this world, and just doing speeches about that, talks about that, videos about that. So I definitely appreciate everyone, because this is not an easy topic. It's not an easy topic to talk about. What I'm talking about it's pretty heavy, and it took years for me to really get through it, to speak about it. But I know that it's something needed, especially based on the feedback that I have been getting, the people who have reached out to me publicly, people who have reached out to me privately. I know that what I'm doing is something that is needed. So I'm going to continue to do it, Today, I wanted to really speak about never beg to be loved, okay? Never beg for someone to love you. Be the love that you seek. And it came to me when I saw like a quote or something that was speaking about that, of never begging to get love from somebody. And it really spoke to me, because that is something that I recall doing in my past relationships. And not all of them, because some of the relationships, it was reversed, where my partners were, I don't want to say they was begging for my love and attention, but it kind of was. And then I was on the other end of the polarity of me being the one begging for my lover to love me. And I remember how that felt. It didn't feel good. It didn't feel good at all. I'm not sure if you have felt that way, where you may be in a relationship where you could be on either side of the polarity of being the one begging for the love, or being the one that's hearing it from another person, from your partner, of wanting that love, affection, that attention. And I'm speaking about from the point where I was on the other end of the polarity, where I was begging to be loved. I remember where, like, I would do certain things where, just to see if my partner loves me. Like, I had this in my mind where if they showed jealousy, or if they show some type of possessiveness over me, or some type of controlling over me, then that means that they care for me, And I remember I used to get, I mean, I'm laughing because I mean, sometimes all I can do is laugh, you feel me, versus cry about my past. And just thinking about how I would feel when I would think they would get jealous, but they didn't get jealous. It was like they did not care, And I'm just like, what? Like, you don't care? Like, this person just, said this stuff to me, like these sexual things to me, or, did this gesture or whatever to me. And I would have it confused, I didn't realize that, well, I don't know what my partner truly felt, but it didn't matter. The point was that I was seeking that love from them. I was seeking that validation, that I was worthy of love. I was seeking that like, I'm important, okay? Like, hey, see me, love me. And I didn't realize that what I was feeling was super unhealthy, okay? And some people would say it was toxic. And I recall that it was hard. It was hard. And the main thing why I realize now after, years later is that I was not loving myself. You know, I was so down. I was so depressed. I was so anxious. I was so like paranoid that they was out doing something else, loving on somebody else, and they wasn't giving it to me. I was attention seeking from them, and I didn't realize that. And maybe you may be feeling this too while you're watching it, that you're seeking all of these things. You're like, no, like I get my happiness from you, I can't live without you. I can't, I feel like I can't breathe without you. However deep you want to go with it, that it's always about the other person without looking at yourself. And I remember one time my ex was like, she was like, Tania, like how she was like, I love you, but how do you expect to even feel that like I'm loving you when you're not even loving yourself? And I was like, well, damn, that's true. I wasn't loving myself. So it was just kind of like, how, and like, no matter what my partner did in the relationship where I was the one seeking the love, not the relationships where they were seeking it from me and I wasn't either. I was kind of resistant. It's the same way how my past lover was resistant to me. Relationships, they marry each other. You may be one way or another in one relationship, and then in another relationship, it's like you're how your ex was. You know what I'm saying? It's like the roles reverse with each other, so you can kind of see, if you're aware of it, you can see the difference on different polarities of, maybe in one relationship you was the one being the aggressor, maybe you was the one being passive aggressive, or just outright verbally, mentally abusive to someone, and then in another relationship you were the one getting it. And for me, I believe in like reincarnation and stuff like that. And one thing that my mentor was speaking about was, even like, if you are in this lifetime and you are getting in relationships where you are being, I would say, abused and stuff like that, that maybe in another lifetime you were the one being the abuser. You know what I'm saying? And some people, I'm not sure who's watching this, may go over some people's head, but for my tribe, I'm talking to you, so like the things that we go through, the things that we put other people through, sometimes it is our karma. You know what I'm saying? Like how I was the one being the perpetrator. I wouldn't be surprised if I really put myself under in a deep hypnosis or a deep meditation where I was the one getting my ass whipped. You feel me? And vice versa with my past lovers and stuff like that. Like the ones who I was super aggressive with, in another lifetime, they probably would have been the ones who were being the aggressor as well. Of course, in this lifetime, I have dealt with both ends. I was being the giver and the receiver of these harsh realities. But what I am noticing is that, and I noticed, how in the world could I even see the love that my partner was giving me? Because now looking back, they were very loving, very loving. But the lens that I was viewing them, viewing the situation, viewing my life as, I didn't see it that way. But it was because it was a void within inside of me that didn't allow me to comprehend what was being done for me out in this world. And so for those who may be in my position, who in my past position where I was, ask yourself, if you are feeling that you are constantly complaining, nagging about wanting attention and wanting love, wanting affection, wanting support, whatever the case may be that you are feeling you're desiring, ask yourself, am I doing it for myself? Am I giving myself that affection? Am I giving myself that attention? Am I giving myself that love that I seek? Like, you have to be real with yourself, are you? And once you ask yourself that, and if your answer is no, if you be honest with yourself, then it's like whatever you're seeing in the out world, it's like you're not going to be able to feel it. You're not going to be able to feel it. It's never going to be enough. You may feel it for that split second, but it's never going to be enough. So be the love that you seek, if you are seeking it, okay? Be that. Know thyself. I'm telling you, things will begin to shift when you start to love on you. Be your own best friend. And I'm telling you, like, things, your relationships, the people who you interact with, it will just start falling in place for you. For real. I love you. Keep loving yourself, guys and gals. Peace.